old to have
divides here.
When was a shooter a member of the NRA? I want you to tell me. You can't, because it never happened and it never will. You're an idiot.
I believe you have the right to own a firearm, but I do not believe you should be 18 years old to be able to have an AR. When you use an AR, you're going to kill people. You don't go hunting for deer with an AR.
When the founding fathers defined freedom, they didn't think that ARs were going to be part of it.
Or black people.
Yeah.
Or people of color.
People of color.
And how about freedom? They want to talk about how we shouldn't ban guns because that's hurting our freedom. How about abortion? We're forcing women to have kids.
I say you have an Antifa.
Okay, these dudes are fucking awesome. When I see dudes like this on a Channel 5 video, my immediate assumption is either this dude is a fucking HasanAbi head, which is awesome and very cool, or they're literally one of those people that used to be a HasanAbi head who now fucking despises me and says things like, dude, Hasan fucking sucks. He's actually a fucking bourgeois pig dog, a bourgeois capitalist fucking pig dog who sucks. That's why now I watch, but he doesn't seem to be like one of those dudes, so I don't know. That's why I watch insert random fucking content creator here that also has a litany of way worse takes than me that that person has not figured out yet. No offense, but you're not the only arbiter of leftist ideals. Maybe they don't know you. Yeah, it usually does work like that, though. Those people you mentioned don't go outside. I love whenever people say shit like that. I mean, okay. Okay.
A flag right here. How would you describe yourself politically?
I'd say I'm a socialist. So I believe in taxing the church, taxing the rich, abolish the police. Police are supposed to protect us in schools, right? But in Uvalde, they didn't. When I get older, old enough, 21, I'm going to own a firearm because I don't trust police to solve my cases.
Marx said in his Communist Manifesto that we should arm the proletariat. Just arm the proletariat to ensure that they're able to defend themselves.
Well, my sign asks a pretty obvious question that I think everybody should be asking.
I respect this, by the way. I really do. I respect the people that are look, I want a gun, but also it's fucking ridiculous. The NRA is ridiculous. And the way that we fucking the way that we have an insane gun culture in this country, and the way that we operate around guns and the lack of regulation is ridiculous. The SRA, the Socialist Rifle Association, has a pretty decent take on this, if I'm not mistaken. They don't do the fucking there's some LARPy shit there too, but they also personally believe that some common sense gun laws are an absolute must. So that's my position. My position is always, and always has been, and will continue to be that one, we have too many guns in circulation to begin with, okay, and two, that we 100% need we need licenses. We need people to. People in chat who never go outside calling other people LARPers is hilarious. Yeah. Aren't there more guns than people in the USA? Yes, we have more guns. 120% guns for the number of people in this country. Yeah.
Asking, this is the right time to have a celebration of guns right on the heels of more than a dozen kids and teachers getting murdered a few days ago in Uvalde. This is ridiculous that we're the only country that has to deal with this, and that's what today is all about, is voicing our righteous outrage at our elected officials and the people at the NRA who decided to celebrate guns with blood on their hands today.
This time at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas.
We've just learned the death toll is up to 19 children and 2 school employees gunned down during their last week of school.
The shooter legally purchased 2 AR variant long guns within a week of his 18th birthday.
Dude up there is tossing magazines out to the crowd. Give me one.
Shut the fuck up. Bro, dude, America is the most psychotic country, dude. You will never be able to convince me that this is an appropriate thing to do. You will never. I mean, this is insane, dude. What insanity. Those cost like $4. Dog, who cares how much it costs? It's not that. Thought are mad, lol. Wait, are they actually throwing out like reading magazines? They're throwing out like a magazine that you put in a gun, right?
We're here. We're in Houston. We're at the NRA convention.
Oh, that's mine, dude.
We're here. We're in Houston. We're at the NRA convention.
I had this. Remember when I had this?
I think the mayor asked this not to happen. The governor pulled out, but it's still going down.
Shooting an RPG is the ultimate Vegas hooker experience. It seems like a great idea at the time. It's really, really expensive, and it's over way too fast. An RPG is a rocket-propelled grenade. So anything that launches that, they either call an RPG for short or a rocket launcher. Within the past couple of months, Airtronic did sell off about 30 of our...
Bro, what is going on, dude? What is happening, dude? Bro, this is literally just like the meme is becoming a dream, is becoming a reality again. I am losing my fucking mind. Every time we make a joke, it turns into real shit in America, dude. Just fucking RPG me, dude, in a video game. Okay, fuck it. There is no salvation. Dude, every single time we make fucking jokes, every single time we make jokes in this community, it turns into a very real thing. Like, start joking about universal healthcare. Haha. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Almost as crazy as getting universal healthcare. Am I right? Haha. Lol. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to make more jokes. Be fucking crazy if we, instead of a dictatorship of the bourgeoisie, had a dictatorship of the proletariat. Am I right? It's wild, dude. Get those numbers up in the unionization rate. Am I right? I'm not even I can't even do it. The NRA will introduce universal healthcare and usher socialism. Yeah.
Our older models through Gun Broker. So there's a lot of these in civilian hands now, and people are enjoying them. Remember, American made.
For the record, this is not surprising. The reason why I've made the joke about RPGs is because America is the worst fucking most psychotic country when it comes to this shit. But the other reason why I've talked about this is because, like, there are a lot of these weapons in circulation. The more you make for the military, the more, you give off the surplus to like, insurgent groups and stuff like that. The more the manufacturers have a fuckload of surplus in sitting just in warehouses and shit, and you gotta pump it somewhere, and you're gonna run out of fucking insurgents to arm at some point. Luckily, we have Ukraine for that currently, right? But eventually, you're gonna have to put it somewhere, and maybe we can just like start selling it to vendors who can fire an RPG. And then eventually we can maybe use it as home defense. Who knows?
This is a MR 762A1. I don't know anything about guns, so I don't know what the hell this is. I'm pretty sure this is a gun. This is a gun.
I'm a big NRA proponent. I'm a life member. The timing sucks, but I mean,
dog, I can tell. Like, you got the We the People hat. You got the tactical fucking skin-tight Oakleys on, dude. Look how wicked my man is, dude. He's got the Constitution America fucking shirt on. I mean, every part of this says, like, you're a lifelong NRA card-carrying member. You know what I mean? The devil works hard, but HasanAbi Productions works harder. Very timely. Valkyrie walks out on HasanAbi. Jesus Christ, dude.
It is what it is. This doesn't have anything to, there's no connection between this and what happened in Uvalde.
Totally.
There just isn't.
What do you think that we can do?
If there's no connection, why are you saying the timing couldn't be worse? Man, them kids didn't have to die. You know, that timing is real inconvenient, you know. There you go again, dying in the face of bullets right before my NRA convention. That's awesome. I hate it when them kids go dying again right before the NRA convention. Fucking hate that. Kind of selfish if you ask me.
To stop mass shootings like that?
I think it goes back to the basic family. I'm 66 years old. When I was in high school, we used to take our shotguns to high school to show our coaches if we got a new shot.
I don't believe that. That's not real. Like, that's not a real story. That's not a real story. That's just a lie. And also, no, it's 100% real. Okay, well, here's what I have to say to that. That's also psychotic. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but like pointing to a fucking time period where you were engaging in psychotic actions doesn't magically make it normal and sane. Now, the reason why I say that is because it's not like the 60s were the good old fucking days for a lot of people, okay? And there's this idea that like we didn't have severe gun violence back then. We certainly did. Okay? It's the same notion that like, for example, California has a really bad problem with mass shootings too. It's like, no, dog. It's like significantly worse than the fucking nation average, okay? It's so stupid when people are like, yeah, man, we used to be able to bring our guns to kiss and hug. You know, in the good old days, I could kiss my gun, I could hug my gun at school. Yeah, it was also a shotgun. It was a hunting rifle or a shotgun or whatever the fuck. Significantly better, you mean? California's gun violence rate is significantly lower than the national average. People used to get assassinated back in the day, bro. Yeah, motherfuckers would be like, yeah, back in the day, things were better. It's like, dude, JFK got assassinated, dude. What are you talking about? JFK got fucking assassinated. And not only that, but also, what the fuck? Are you serious? The cardiologist for John Fetterman, the Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate Pennsylvania, who's recovering from a stroke, disclosed Friday that the candidate also has cardiomyopathy, in which the heart muscle becomes weakened and enlarged. Oh, no. Bro, the doctors are working alongside one another, brother. Dr. Oz is working with his doctor. Hold on, I gotta grab something. I'll be back.
Shotgun. Then we'd go bird hunting after school. There was never a school shooting when I was in high school. What's different from then to now? What's changed?
What do you think changed?
It's the family. Look how many single parent families there are. Just go to Chicago. Look at the amount of crime in Chicago. I mean, they have 40, 50 gun shootings a weekend.
I guess the difference would be that, like, in Chicago, a lot of that violence is gang-related. We're talking about kind of lone wolf shooters walking into an elementary school with an AR-15.
It's troubled kids. I'm not a big gamer, but, I mean, I've seen a lot of the video games, and there's a lot of them that are just shoot them up, blow them up, you know. It doesn't look real.
Yeah. So how do you think we can rebuild the American family?
That's got to be done at the street level. Single parents are running 30, 40% of the households. It takes two people to raise a kid.
Why does anybody need to have, an AR-15?
Guns have been around here.
As I was walking away to grab my food, did this motherfucker say, I'm not a gamer? He said, I'm not a big gamer. Does that imply he's like a little gamer? What is happening there? Is he actually, he's like, yeah, I only like to play Mill Sims.
Up, gamer, but I mean, I've seen a lot of the video games, and there's a lot of them that are just shoot them up, blow them up, it doesn't look real.
Yeah. So how do you think we can rebuild?
Yo, let me tell you something, okay? The idea that, like, how do you respond to something that is so stupid when they say that? At that point, you just toy with them. You know what I mean? I told you this before. Like, some of these motherfuckers are so stupid, it's like virtually impossible to deal with them. You know what I mean? The idea that, like, violence is a consequence of the fucking video games that people play is a silly one. Now, having said that, there is actually a part of this that that I think goes a little unnoticed. And maybe some gamers are going to get mad at me. I've been thinking about this a lot. Games do play a role in this, though, in all of this. It plays a role in our gun culture. Because there's a fucking reason why all these games, like all the NRA, the gun manufacturers, they love games like Call of Duty, all these fucking shooters. Obviously, they are not the reason why mass shootings happen, but they certainly play a role in accelerating the gun culture that we have. Or like, part of the reason why we think guns are so fucking sick is because we see them in video games all the time. Now, do I think that we should ban that? Of course not. That would be psychotic. Plenty of other countries play these fucking video games as well. What do those other countries do, however? What do other countries that play these fucking violent video games do? They make it really hard to get one of those fucking guns. It seems like the solution is right there.
The American family.
That's got to be done at the street level. Single parents are running 30-40% of the households.
Oh yeah, I saw this. I saw that. I made fun of that guy
need
already.
to have, you know, an AR-15.
Guns have been around here since the beginning of America. So,
but back in the day, it was like muskets and stuff.
It doesn't matter. You know, nowhere in the Constitution does say.
We have to stop this right now, and you have to go across the street, please.
What do you think about like increased background checks?
I think the background checks is adequate now.
Hey, right there, next, please, across the street.
What do you think could have been done to prevent what happened in Uvalde a few days ago?
We could have banned assault weapons 20 years ago.
The murder at Uvalde, Texas, will tell everyone that we need to have gun under control. We don't take guns away from people, but we have to have a proper background checks. That is the only way we can avoid these kind of murders of children. You cannot say, well, we hire police or these are mental people. Abbott, he said that there's a mental problems with the United States.
Anybody who shoots somebody else has a mental health challenge.
Yeah,
what about the rest of the world? Do they have mental problems too? No, they don't, right? So that's why we are here.
It's better that the government knows that people do have ARs. Governments have killed 260 million people in the 20th century. You know, Stalin, Mao, whatever. People say, oh, that'll never happen here. We all live in a bubble. We are the most privileged country on earth. From the homeless guys here to fucking Bill Gates. Ha, crap, where's I going with this? What was I gonna say? Okay, governments, this, that. Okay, you know.
This guy is the fucking pedo hunter guy who himself is like sussy. Did he mention Stalin and Mao and not Hitler? And then followed that up with saying, dude, even the homeless guys are the luckiest here. The Goldstein is his name, I think. All right, isn't it Goldstein or something? This motherfucker unironically said the homeless people in America are more privileged. That's awesome, dude. You're so right. Yeah. I don't even have anything to say to that.
You know who EDP is?
Yeah.
I'm the guy that caught him.
Wait, you're the guy who caught EDP?
Yeah.
So how do you think that we can prevent mass shootings like the one that occurred a couple days ago?
The reality is, there's Salvador Ramos is out there. The reality is, there's Peyton, whatever the hell his name was, Adam Lanza, yada yada. People will be uncomfortable if there's teachers armed in schools.
Yeah, we need more guns around the schools. We protect our president with guns. We protect our congressmen with guns. We protect our governors with guns. Our celebrities, sporting events, jewelry stores, banks, and then.
You know what's really funny? We also protect our president with one other way. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. That's the pedo hunter guy who himself is like a pedophile, I think. You know how else we protect our president? By banning guns. Just like the NRA lobby, or just like the NRA convention did. That's right. It's not just about who has guns. It's also about making sure that, you know, a lot of people that randomly just like walk in there with guns don't have the guns. And that's precisely the reason why the NRA convention banned the guns. That's what the Secret Service did. Secret Service was like, the president's going to be there. We need to ban the guns. Myths, the earth is flat. Windmills cause cancer. Republicans are pro-life.
Then we protect our children with a sign that says, this is a gun-free zone.
I see that you have Rosa Parks here. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I met Rosa Parks. She's anti-abortion. She's a good friend of MLK. He's anti-abortion. He was anti-abortion. So, case closed.
I see that you have 2 Mike Lindell My Pillows attached to your belt loops on either side.
Yeah, Mike's a friend of mine. I've only met him once in person, but he knows what I've been doing for him.
He sounds like a good friend.
Yeah, he's a good friend, and this is a little bit more firm, and they're the best pillows I've ever had.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the softer one, the medium fill. The standard's a little tough on my neck.
Did you enjoy his pillows prior to his endorsement of Donald Trump?
Well, they've been around for a long time. I couldn't afford them. He cut the price in half now. Here's a tip. Don't order them through the mail, because they come wrapped up with no box. Go to Walmart, get them in a box. The box is going to be worth more than the pillow.
Why?
Because it's classic. I'm getting ready to go over to the communists that are packing guns.
Do you think it's smart to engage with them?
I screamed profanity at them and it made them angry. They can't tolerate freedom of speech, but they expect me to tolerate them threatening me.
What is your favorite piece of profanity to hurl at an Antifa BLM soldier?
Fat baby butcher bitches. Fat baby butcher bitches.
Well, you're going to go do it again?
Yeah, I'm going to go do it again right now.
All right, well, I'll see you over there, man. Don't let those Antifa communist bastards take your...
You know what's really funny about this? This is a perfect representation of how conservatives completely distort freedom of speech. Like, conservatives love talking about, like, you reap what you sow, you reap what you sow. And then and then they turn around and they're like, and yeah, obviously he's not exactly mentally well, okay? This man is not a beacon of mental wellness. But neither are most conservatives. So what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to be ableist because I'm talking about conservatism. Like, you know what I mean? Like this motherfucker is probably like the sanest conservative, okay? Just a typical sane American Republican Party voter. Anyway. But again, perfect representation of how they understand and analyze free speech, where he's like, I'm going to go up to those commie bastards and I'm going to call them, I'm going to antagonize them on purpose because they hate free speech. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like in any other situation, like if you walk up to a crowd of people, regardless of what their political affiliation is, and you try to purposely fucking trigger them. I'm sorry I called you out on ableism once on a 90-day episode ages ago. You won't see this, but I was in the wrong. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Okay. Like, people unironically think free speech is when conservative speech is protected. And not just, like, protected in the sense that, like, you don't go to jail, but protected in the sense that, like, you don't face any, like, normal human consequences of your speech.
Pillows away. Godspeed, soldier. You're doing the right thing.
I had 150 of them screaming in my face on the 14th of this month. I met Rosa Parks. I don't give a fuck.
You don't know shit.
You don't either. Look
you're
at you,
dumbass,
goofy.
and you're
you
proud of
fucking
your
inbred
stupidity.
Fuck. You fucking fascist piece of shit.
That's awesome.
Do you think there's any type of common ground that could be reached?
Yeah, there's a little gap. I think they could change some of the requirements to own an AR. You know, back in the old days, we didn't have the same type of weapons. So they could change the law and make it 21.
Do you think that kid should have been able to buy an AR?
I don't know. Somebody worked on the kid's brain. They worked on that one in Buffalo also. He drove 300 miles to shoot black people at a store. He probably could have drove a few miles within the city he was already in.
I guess the main difference is like the dude in Buffalo was motivated by like racial hatred, whereas it seems like the guy.
It was only racial hatred because the guy was white.
But I think he had the N-word written on the gun, and he published like a big manifesto talking about.
Abortions and you motherfuckers had.
Well, that's what they're telling us.
Fuck
you. I don't know the facts because I hadn't seen them.
We are done with your bullshit.
Why would this kid put a manifesto together anyway?
Chuck Schumer didn't want us to pass laws to protect schools. He doesn't want cops in schools. He doesn't want to harden the target. He wants your kids to be killed. That's why the Democrats advocate for murdering children in the womb. They don't care about life. The NRA has a fucking thing to do with it. You idiot.
This is incredible, but so is this guy the next shooter or what? I mean, rolled, by the way. Incredible.
Boom. They don't care about life. The NRA has a fucking thing to do with it. You idiot. When did the NRA kill somebody? You're an idiot.
I know who you are. Dude, what the heck? I want to talk.
Bro, I get so unsettled when I see this. Like, there's something deeply unsettling about this. I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but like there's something about that fucking makes me so, it makes me worried. It makes me sad at first because it's like, you know, that's a young dude, bro. That's like literally kids in your fucking class. You know what I mean? Like that dude watches Andrew. It's just, I don't know. He thinks he's on his side because he doesn't explicitly state he thinks he's stupid.
Dude, hell yeah, cool. So how do you feel about what's going on right now with them over there?
I don't not like them. They're human beings. I love everybody. Okay, they have souls.
You're an idiot.
But it's just sad because they're confused.
Yeah.
The problem isn't the guns. The problem is a people problem, okay? Ever since 1973, we legalized abortion. I think that was a real downfall in American society because we've murdered millions of children. Why is it okay to murder children in the womb, but not okay to murder kids in school? I know this isn't your usual thing. You usually just let people talk, but I want to listen to what you think.
Well, I'm curious if you think there's any common ground that can be found between...
See, that's a very complicated thing to talk about, and I think there is room for that, okay? I think we can have mental health evaluation.
Just say, why can't we murder children outside of the womb? Like, did I misunderstand the point? I mean, I guess he's like trying to make the point, like, no, it doesn't make sense. No, he's literally saying, like, you know, if you can do abortions, then I can do child murder outside of the womb with a gun. It's like, what's the... Yes, chatter, you are correct. It's another thing I joke about, which I know. I will be more careful with my jokes, considering that they become unironic talking points for the conservatives eventually. You know what the real joke is? Medicare for all. Ha ha ha. Right? That would be crazy.
And I think, what was it, Dad? What was the statistics like for the adult population?
It's about 25% of the adult population in America suffer from some form of mental illness.
Yeah. I think people in general should be evaluated and should have help. Whenever you go into a gun store, you have to fill out a paperwork called a 4473 and say, hey, they're going to run a background check. This 4473, this document, it's a document to look at your background, okay? It's not going to know the heart of man. We need to better keep up with the health of our people because we're suffering people, okay? We have more access to hardcore porn on the internet, whittling down the psyche of humans and literally making us just...
Listening to this fucking kid feels like watching the waves crash on the beach. It comes so close, but then it goes away once again. Like, he literally is like, he's getting there. He's like, people have mental illness. Like, we need to do fucking mental health, mental evaluations. And then, boom, pulls it back immediately. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. What am I? What? Oh, nope, just kidding. And that's because of porn. Like, It's insane, like, how close he arrives at the truth, only to just, like, suck it back in. Like, every American deserves health care by design, by being human beings alone, okay? Every human deserves to live a life of dignity, which is why we need to make sure homosexuals are murdered on the streets. Like, it's like, what the fuck? How did you get there? What happened? How did you do this? Like, he literally will just be like, like, that's not even related. What is happening? I bet a lot of people on the left, especially in this chat, relates to this kid. Half of them were there at some point. Yeah, probably.
Sick people. You can't legislate morality, and you can't tell what you are really going to do. But at the end of the day, we live in a free society, and we have these rights and privileges, and that's what happens. You know, they don't have school shootings in China because you can't own firearms in China.
Do you know that the most popular porn category in America right now is incest?
I had no idea, no.
Isn't that insane?
Why? Why is that the case?
Tonight, leggings, shapewear, and handbags came down the runway.
Dad knows.
Right now is incest?
I had no idea, no.
Isn't that
Like, I'm gonna need to Google that later. I'm gonna need to remember that, Andrew. That's a good one. Didn't know they make pornos like that.
insane?
Why? Why is that the case?
Tonight, leggings, shapewear, and handbags came down the runway. But this is no ordinary fashion show.
Discreetly designed so no one can tell that you have a weapon.
The concealed carry fashion show targets what the NRA calls its fastest growing.
I'll tell you this. I talked to Andrew. I hung out with Andrew after he filmed this. Like literally in between filming this and going back to Texas. He was in LA for like a day, for a night. And we hung out with some fucking crazy East Los Angeles, like East LA fucking dive bar. It was wild. And one of the things that he was telling me about the NRA convention and like these sorts of other conventions, like the border wall one and stuff, is that he was basically like, dude, you expect there to be like a lot of crazy people, but like inside, these people don't give a shit about anything. Like they don't care. The people inside are just vendors. All they care about is green. They don't have an opinion on fucking, they don't have an opinion on like the Republican Party, Democratic Party. They just straight up are just vendors who want to sell you product. They are just trying to sell you gun products. That's it.
Demographic, women.
Hell yeah, Bertha! God damn! Oh man, I'm freaking bricked up right now. She reminds me of my cousin wife. Oh god damn it! Oh, put that gun away, Bertha. Oh god, you gonna make me act up, Bertha. Oh, Meemaw. Oh, brother. Gunderwear. Oh, two of my favorite things combined. Guns and sexual intercourse with my cousin. Oh. Oh, that's a sturdy woman right there. Look at that. She got the neon Glock too. Oh, look at how sexy that is in your undergarments. Don't tell me the baby has a fucking diaper. Please don't tell me there's a diaper gun. Please don't say there's a fucking diaper gun. If there's a diaper gun, I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to end the stream and I'm just going to think about the actions that have taken place in this country where we arrived at the diaper gun. Please don't tell me there's a fucking diaper gun, dude. Oh my god, what the fuck? Why did he pull the baby out to show his... Oh god. He's like, when you When the nanny state tells you you can't take your cock out in the vicinity of babies, you can show them something not as good but almost as nice, which is your second cock. And that's right, my revolver is technically like a penis, okay? Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. He's like, yep, that's right. That's right. Just because the nanny state tells you you can't show your fucking cock, even after you get married to Lauren Boebert, my wife, doesn't mean I still can't show something else, okay? What? Oh.
All right, we just arrived in Uvalde, Texas, which, as most people know, is the site of the most recent mass shooting that took place around a week ago, where 19 students and 2 teachers were killed at Robb Elementary School. This is the Wendy's where the shooter worked. Apparently he used to work the graveyard shift at the drive-through window until about 2.5 weeks ago. He quit abruptly once he had saved up about $4,000, which was enough to buy 2 assault rifles, ammunition, and a bulletproof vest. This is the store where the school shooter picked up the guns and ammunition that he used in the shooting. He actually ordered the guns online, but this was like a transfer store where they shipped it here and then he picked it up. This is where the shooter drove his pickup truck through a guardrail and crashed out, like right here. Got out of the car, went over to the funeral home here, shot at a few people, but then didn't hit anybody. Then he walked over into this building, and that was the site of all this.
You go to sleep seeing their faces. You wake up seeing their faces. What can we tell them? We don't want to scare them. And the other poor little innocents that didn't make it. You know, their parents were going crazy looking for them. I'm sure they're in a lot of pain.
And my husband was here getting the mail when he heard gunshots, but he's having a hard time because he just wished he could have done something to prevent it. Our community will never be the same.
Si decimos que no hemos pecado, le hacemos a él mentiroso y su palabra no está en nosotros. Amen.
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 Amen. Amen.
She loved Guns N' Roses. She loved that song, Sweet Child of Mine.
She's a beautiful little girl. I like her song.
No, it's not that Angel got more access in the actual press. Actual press gets this kind of access too. It's just not as interesting for them to cut videos like this. Like, they'll sometimes show it, but never to this degree. Which is why I really appreciate what Andrew does, is that, like, he always has a way of showcasing the humanity of the victims in significantly better ways than mainstream media.
That was her favorite song. She loved Guns N' Roses. And she would
hundreds of thousands of people.
She would dance around her room singing Sweet Child of Mine.
I love this country and I'm so grateful for everything it's given me and all the opportunity that I recognize I wouldn't have if I was somewhere else. That's not lost on me. And at the same time, this should encourage us to want to be better, and we're not.
Think AR should be banned?
Fuck yes. There's absolutely no reason for that.
Mind you, I have a pistol, but I don't think that a semi-automatic weapon is necessary in our country. I just don't see the need. I don't see the purpose. I think in this case, I know the bodies of the children were shredded as a result of that. What do we need that for? I don't understand it.
They say that like having those high-capacity assault rifles are the final line of defense against a tyrannical government.
Oh, please. I think we're already facing a tyrannical government.
Oh my God, be less base, lady. Oh my fucking God, I'm about to lose my mind. She's just, oh God, what a fucking incredible person. Oh, wow, dude. Wow. Verbatim, I can't say anything better than she just said. I'm going to run it back. Hold on.
Those high-capacity assault rifles are the final line of defense against a tyrannical government.
Oh, please. I think we're already facing a tyrannical government when we have things like this happen. Well, there's no excuse for this. I don't care what they say. They're wrong.
Unless it happens to one of their own, then they're not going to do anything. You know?
Nope.
And Ted Cruz, he's a sorry person for a position that he holds. I'm sorry, but it is such the truth. But we're not supposed to say anything?
No, I'm not saying that.
If he can say what he wants, I can say what I want. They should have rushed in. That's their job. What, almost an hour before they decided to do anything? No, that's unheard of. It really is.
Breaking news in the investigation to the school shooting tonight. Texas DPS is telling us the Uvalde CISD police chief has not been.
Kind of weird that they don't really show this shit. Yeah, why don't they show any of the fucking grandmas and grandfathers that are like, yo, this shit sucks. Like, what are we doing? Like, we're being victim to people's fucking desires to make money. Kind of interesting that, I mean, I'm just saying, I haven't seen it. Maybe it is out there. I watch a lot of fucking nation coverage of this issue. Yet to see something like this.
Been cooperating with investigators. On Friday, DPS Director Steve McGraw said the school district police chief was the incident commander at Robb Elementary School who made the call to wait to take down the gunman.
If they had, they would probably save several of those lives. It's ridiculous.
This is fucking bullshit. Like, this is preventable, and this is absolutely unacceptable. When we talk about how great this country is, this is unacceptable.
Unfortunately, like so many things, in a couple more months it'll blow over like this never happened, you know?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think this is going to blow over anytime soon.
Then the audacity of...
Dude, I feel so fucking bad. I feel so awful, but like this is... I mean, he's right. He's so fucking right. It's already blowing over. There was another mass shooting that just happened in Oklahoma. Like, he's right. That's a radicalized person right there. And they got radicalized by experiencing something so fucking horrific, dude. That's why I joked about how, like, you know, mass shootings happen so fucking frequently that at a certain point, you're going to have, like, every American in some way tangentially associate themselves with like a real personal experience with a fucking mass shooting. I guess that's the only way we can overcome mass shootings or you know, have some semblance of gun control is when like every single American has been touched by it, you know?
The people that went to the NRA convention in Houston, for them to say that they don't need to make any changes? What's wrong with them?
Wow. This was an incredible video from Andrew. Jesus fucking Christ. Probably the best. Probably his best so far.